Miami was a war. That's when it became serious.
How does it handle a hungry man? The traffic stopper.
I actually got the call from Miami when I was in Tucson. It was one of those crazy nights. It was late afternoon, early evening, and there was this crazy guy, absolute crazy, crazier than me. He was driving across the desert, and he heard me, and it was kismet. He figured, I'm gonna screw this kid's life up too. And he did. He took me to Miami. That was Jerry Clifton. He was probably the greatest program director that ever lived. I tell you, imagine Charlie Manson, only more personality, and probably a little bit better looking. That was, and so I followed him from Tucson all the way to Miami, and that was a war. That's when it became serious. That's when I first became a real professional.
Triple Cash, 96X 439. Traffic looks like this. There's a grass fire. Say hallelujah at County Line Road and the Turnpike, causing slowdown.
I think the biggest part was the trip across country. That was my real experience getting into Miami. Coming from Tucson to Miami made me realize I don't want to go cross country anymore. That's a long road, buddy. I was driving my car. It was a green Corvette, I believe, at the time. I pulled into the Crystal that unfortunately was also the same car that some felon had been there earlier in the same type car, a green Corvette. Who would know? We walked into the Crystal, and there was ketchup and mustard all over the walls, and I immediately knew, this is not a good place to be. So we took off back to the car. That gave them time to call the cops and tell them that the vandal was back at the store. So as we pulled out in the car, we were surrounded by cops. You're in a car, the windows are pulled up, there's cars out there, there's police, they're standing there, they're holding guns on you, and they're going, and you're going, what the hell? You know, you don't know what to do. So the wrong move, and you're getting loaded full of lead. Fortunately, it worked out. I think the hands up and we're not the guys. And the people from inside the restaurant, testified, no, that's not the right gringo. That's not him. Fortunately, I was let loose on that one, but that was like day 2 in Miami. We had an experience we did a live concert. Gary Wright, the Dreamweaver, came to Miami for a live concert, and it was mostly guys and girls scantily clad on Miami Beach. And as you can imagine, some of the girls decided to take their tops off, and this was 1970s, man, in Miami, so the cops didn't like it. So instead of Jerry Clifton asking the girls to put their tops back on, Jerry encouraged them to all take their tops off. So it was moons over Miami. It was beautiful. But it also landed Jerry in jail. We used to notoriously go out on yachts out into the Bermuda Triangle. That was part of our fun because we couldn't get in enough trouble in Miami. We had to go in the Bermuda Triangle. So I do remember one weekend we went out in a boat, and Jerry decided to drive right into the Bermuda Triangle, so he did. We had one of the Miami Dolphins, and I can't remember, or probably shouldn't say his name anyway, because he was on mushrooms and he was sitting on the front of the boat. They have this little wooden platform that sticks out the front of the boat, and he's sitting out on the front of the boat when we went into the wave. When we came out of the wave, there was nothing but a broken plank on the front of the boat and no Miami Dolphin. He came up 50 feet behind the boat. He had hit the bottom of the boat and come back out, but that was just a day's fun in Miami. Miami was professional radio. That was serious. We were playing a serious game then because we were being watched by the whole entire nation as who was going to win this big battle.
Triple Cash, 96X 435 with John Lee Walker.
We won. Y100 had been number one for 20 years. We finally beat them. And I got to do what I'd always wanted to do and never done enough, travel all the way across the freaking country to go to a job. But it was Los Angeles. And as a kid, I'd always wanted to be in Los Angeles. So I didn't care what they were paying. I was going to LA, and I did.